6-6 TV, who do we have with us here?
Dylan?
Quinn.
All right, guys, tell me what you saw from the game. Who stood up from the Raptors?
You know, Lowry's been really strong for us with everyone being injured the last couple games.
Right.
Raptors started out hot, but DeRozan, I mean, the guy had 0 points,
Crazy, right?
basically
Crazy
up to
second half.
halftime, and the guy just, I think he had like 24, 27 points at the end of the night, so he just crept out of nowhere. But, I mean, we got to do better on that, for sure.
What do you make of Siakam's performance? He missed a couple games, returning a bit early. I know Nurse said he's going to manage his minutes, but he seemed to be out there in the key minutes. Tell me what you saw from him today.
You know what? He did pretty well. I'm sure Nurse was managing his minutes, but
For sure.
he had some clutch points. Unfortunately, he missed it near the end there, but for just coming back off an injury, pretty well. Played pretty well.
What does it do to the spacing and the offense on the court? Just him being back in the lineup, Siakam.
Well, he's going to draw some of the defensive pressure for sure, which obviously frees up some space for Lowry, for Powell. I mean, Powell had a strong game,
Big game
but
today, yeah.
I mean, obviously, having the more having Lowry, Ibaka, those guys is going to draw more defensive pressure from the other team and give guys like Siakam some more space.
Raptors have been depleted of their stars really over the entire season. They've had, I think, 7 full games with their full lineup. So not much material for Masai and Bobby to kind of work with to see how they make it through this trade deadline. How do you see this team doing, and where do you see the missing pieces? Where do you think Bobby and Masai are going to address, and where do they need to add or remove from this team?
Personally, I think they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, I don't think it's a matter of adding or subtracting. I think it's just working with what we have. I mean, you see guys like Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, putting in the minutes, the hard work, and I think just pushing kind of the atmosphere and the culture that we have within the Raptors over the last couple months, especially at the end of last year, and seeing guys step in off the bench. I think it's not so much adding and subtracting. I think it's just kind of getting everybody to just play together, play as a team, and I mean, you see guys just contributing every single night. So.
There's some names out there like Andre Drummond, Kevin Love, Redick. Any of those guys interest you? Any of those guys maybe spark Masai to make a trade?
It'd be nice if we picked up somebody like Love, kind of add to the Gasol, just a vet, someone with a lot of experience, carry us deep season. It'd be great to have one of them in the playoffs. Yeah, it'd be great.